Hi, this is Vaughan late in the day on the same day I just did the other two videos of the kiln openings with the reduction and oxidation firing. And this is a prep video for glazing. I've had some inquiries about glazing and how it's intimidating. This bucket here is Strontium Crystal Magic, which is the cooler version of it. There is a warm version. And I have been glazing lots of pieces. I have probably a couple of hundred pieces here that have Strontium Crystal Magic on. I'm just going to demonstrate this one and a couple of bowls. It's the short video here because I am going to put 12 other glazes over the top of this Strontium Crystal Magic in a kind of organized way, which I'll do in a later video. But basically I've made a whole bunch of little bowls, and I've got a whole bunch of these little drinking glasses, and all I'm doing, I'm not going to get the Strontium Crystal Magic on the inside of these. I'm just dipping it in with a little wiggle so that I have Strontium Crystal Magic in the upper part of the piece, like that. And then in the bowls, I actually have two different clay bodies I should mention too. This is B-Mix 5, which is basically Laguna clay company out of the States. And what I'm doing with these ones is just kind of rotating them to try and get some glaze in the upper half of each piece, and it will go on the inside a little bit. It's hard to see on these ones because they're white clay, but it's basically, if you can just see it, there's a little thin layer on each piece. On the darker color, you'll see this quite easily. There you go. So it's basically a thin layer in the upper half. I've noticed that the Strontium Crystal Magic was a little runny. It actually travels a bit on the pots. So basically, that's why I'm only going to put it in the upper half. But in the video I'll do tomorrow while I'm glazing, I will show you what I'm going to do with 12 glazes that I have that I'm going to apply over the top of these. In a variety of ways, and the goal, I have a couple of hundred pieces here, is to just see the variations, because I've been told that Strontium Crystal Magic will enhance any glaze that's applied over the top of it. So I'm doing an experiment, kind of a lot of pieces to experiment with, but I can sell these as various things later on. I love to play. You know, and glazing, as somebody said, is intimidating. And I've done a video on mixing a glaze earlier this year, so you can look at that one. I could do a link to it. So mixing glazes is not that hard to do. But as you've seen in my glaze area and other videos I've done on glazing, I have a lot of buckets. And I've just added another 12 new test glazes in small buckets like this, which are only I've got 2 kilo batches of glaze in here, but it's basically a nice way to see and develop some new glazes for yourself. So that's it for now. It's less than 5 minutes, but I'm going to follow up with this tomorrow and a slightly longer glaze video maybe. But this is Vaughan Smith at Westcote Bell Pottery in Nova Scotia, and it's dark outside, so it's getting late. I have to go home for dinner. So thanks for joining me again, and I'll follow up on this tomorrow. Bye.